Hey guys! So today we're going to talk about photography, and I'm going to tell you 5 tips that you can use if you want to start or you are starting photography. Now hopefully this time I will be able to finish my recording before something happens, because this is the third time that I've tried to record this, but pretty much this happened. So let's get right into it. Tip number 1, that would be don't think of the camera. Okay, if you want to start photography, you don't need to think of a really good quality camera, a $500 or $1,000 camera. Just think of something that you can use to take pictures. It can be anything really, maybe an old camera that your family has, or your parents have, or maybe even your cell phone. These days cell phones can take really good pictures. So don't think that it is the thing that makes people take good pictures. For example, when I started photography, I started with a digital camera, and that's pretty much this one. I started with this little camera. This is the Canon PowerShot SX110 and IS, and I started with this, and at the time it was really good for me because I was just starting, and it was really easy to just take it, turn it on and take pictures. So for me that was really helpful to have this little camera, and it can be the same thing for you. Your cell phone, you pretty much, I think you carry it pretty much everywhere. So if you see something, you can just pull it out and you can take pictures of everything that you want. Tip number 2, that would be to go check the internet. There's a lot of places on the internet like Instagram, Pinterest, that have a lot of images that you can see and maybe get inspiration from. Maybe look at what is it that you like most. For example, you see a lot of portraits and you think to yourself, wow, that's what I want to do. Well, searching through the internet and going to all these places, you can see exactly what you want to try or what you want to begin with, at least. The same way you can go out and experience everything that you can. Take as much pictures as you can. That way you can experience everything at the same time, so you can see really what you want to take pictures of and what you don't like to take pictures of. And you can, start knowing yourself a lot more when it comes to photography. Tip number 3, have a goal or an idea that you want to focus on. If you're starting to take pictures and you want to simply try things out, that's okay to take anything really, anything goes. But if you want to focus on something, I think you should, how can I say this? You should think of a goal or the subject that you want, or the idea that you want to communicate through your picture. You can start focusing and having goals in mind, so that when people see your pictures, they see immediately what you wanted them to see. I don't know if that's really clear or not, but in other words, the thing that they are seeing is what you want them to see. Tip number 4, and that would be ask friends. I think you should ask your friends if they want to take pictures with you. I mean, it's a win-win situation, They want to have a new profile picture or something like that, and you just want to, practice. And that way you get started with photography, and you, I don't know, maybe make a new friend, or start making your social network grow, because that person is going to talk to other people, and those people will come to you because they want profile pictures, and that way you can start growing your photography social group. I think you should really ask your friends, because you can also forget about the stress when you don't know the people and you're not pretty sure if you can tell them to move somewhere or to do something in particular. But if you have a friend, it's much more easier, and you can just focus on taking the pictures or doing the photo shoot, instead of being stressed because you don't know the person and you're not really you don't want to force them to do anything, right? So ask friends and you can get started from there. Tip number 5, and that would be to just go out and do it. There are many cases where when people they buy the camera or they plan the shooting, but they never really do it. They never go out and do it. If you have to go alone and do it, just go and do it. The best way to get started with photography is to do it, and it's basically a combination of everything that I just said. Like you need to plan the things that you want to do, then go out and do it, and experiencing all those things are going to let you know if you really like photography or not. And if you really do, you will just keep doing it because that's what you want to do. So that's pretty much it, guys. I hope this video was useful for you, and if it was, please let me know in the comments down below. And if you think there are some things that I didn't say that maybe some people could benefit of, just tell them in the comments down below. And I'll be seeing you guys next time. Easy out.